I love throwing parties, and now and then I throw one that is really memorable and that I just wish I could have over. And that's what happened when Calder graduated from college. My son Calder's here helping me in the kitchen.
Hi, Mom.
Hey. So what happened is he went to school out of state. I knew we were going to go up there for graduation, and I knew it was going to be like, oh, where should we eat dinner? Oh, how many people are going out? And then I thought, maybe we should have a party. Where are we going to go out to eat? We were in a small town in Vermont.
All fair points.
All fair points. And I said, just think about it. But at some point, you got to bust a move, and you got to like invite people and get your stuff organized. So I said, all right, how about if we just have a burger party? My idea was take the vibe of a burger joint. We were in a beautiful state that had wonderful local ingredients. We'll take all the ingredients and upscale them. Anyway, he said, cool, let's do it. And I said, all right, 50 people. Then
one of the reasons I was so nervous is because when you have a party like that, you're gonna have to edit the guest list, and that's like not something like
I know, you don't want to leave anybody out.
No, you couldn't leave anyone
So,
out.
but I was like, 50 should be great. And then about a day after he committed, he was like, well, Sally wants to come and her uncle's here, and then her uncle's sister has 3 brothers. Is that cool?
You said it was going to be a family
thing.
party.
So I said, sure, sure, sure. Now, here's the other thing that happened. I said, I don't want to just have beef burgers. I want to have turkey burgers. By the way, I'm making them for you right now. I have a ½ pound of light meat turkey and a ½ pound of dark meat turkey. Now, Calder wasn't so crazy about the turkey burger idea either, right?
Well, who wants a turkey burger? It's got such like a stigma surrounding it.
No one's really ever made a turkey burger that tasted so great to me. And one of the reasons why is they're often dry. So the first thing I did was think, dark meat turkey, it brings a little bit more flavor for one thing, and a little bit more fat, which is what you're missing when you have a turkey burger. And then I thought, well, what about some cheese and some flavor and some moisture? So I came up with fromage blanc. And by the way, there was a local cheesemaker nearby you who made some beautiful fromage blanc too, so I wanted to use that. Anyway, I thought, well, about a ¼ cup of fromage blanc. And by the way, if you've never heard of it or you don't have it, I know you can get ricotta cheese at your stores. Step 1 was the dark meat turkey. Step 2, the fromage blanc. Step 3, garlic. You need to bring some flavor in here. And you know, the other thing that I did when I thought burger party, aside from like what college kid doesn't love a burger, right? But I also thought you can take a burger and you can change it any way you want. And one of the beautiful things about Vermont is that it had great local purveyors. And that's what I recommend if you're sitting here thinking, gosh, I've got to plan some kind of a party. Look at where you are, look and see what's around that's of interest, and play up on that.
Because it can make something as simple as burgers much more special.
That's right, and what we did is we went to a location which was this beautiful big educational farm that actually the public can visit, and the kids had gone there throughout college. You guys would go there and hang out, and so I figured that would be a really good place to have our party. By the way, Calder Quinn, you certainly are cutting those onions beautifully.
Oh yeah, I was going to tell you this.
Did I miss something?
Well, you never taught me this method, and there's like a million different ways to cut an onion, but one of our dear friends taught me about cutting an onion. You always follow the anatomy. So right now I'm trying to go with the veins of the onion to cut down like this.
That's a really good tip.
Into the core, so they sort of stay together like that.
No one ever told me that. All right, so I've got some parsley. Now parsley is also going to bring a little bit of moisture. It's going to bring some flavor. You know, sorry turkey, you're a beautiful protein, but you need a little bit of help. So that's what we're doing here. Right down the road from where we had this party, I knew that there was this wonderful poultry farm that raised natural turkeys, so I thought, well, that would be a great thing to do. And that's about it. Now, we're only making 5 burgers today. How many do you think we made at your party?
Oh, easily 200.
And what we did is we just had grills set up outside, and so the burgers were all pre-made, and then we had a bunch of condiments and a couple of drinks. What else do we have?
We had, well, my favorite thing aside from the burgers was definitely sweet maple soft serve ice cream and boysenberry soft serve ice cream, which was like, you never heard of those flavors in soft serve, but they just like were awesome.
Salt and pepper, of course, you need salt. So here I am, just getting my hands right into the burgers, Calder. What do you think? Are you, well, you did like them, right? Did you like them, or when
What, the turkey burgers?
Yeah, at the party?
Believe it or not, sort of like them more than the regular old beef burgers we were eating.
You can get those burgers cooking. We've preheated our grill pan nice and hot. Now, if you happen to be outdoors or it's the summertime, go ahead and use a grill yourself. One thing you should do that Calder did is he wiped a little bit of
vegetable
oil on the turkey burgers, because there's no fat on turkey burgers, and that's part of the problem with the flavor, actually. That's why we built our turkey burgers with some ingredients that brought some more flavor, some texture, some moisture, When I grew up, I was a little girl and I went to the local burger joint. There was always this special sauce on there and I loved it. And I hadn't seen it for years. And then recently, a burger joint in our neighborhood started making these great new burgers and they had a special sauce. So I thought, I want a special sauce for your party.
I will say the special sauce was great, but there was one thing that was missing from the party.
I know, this is what I'm going to say, is that in my mind, the mom, the party giver, I thought, okay, we have special sauce. That should be fine. We have mustard and we have special sauce. By the way, I'm having half the amount of mayonnaise that I have to ketchup. That's how I'm getting the ratio going here. Anyway, so I was thinking, I have a special sauce. I don't really need ketchup. It'll be fine. And what's one of the first things he says at the party? Oh, where's the ketchup?
People are complaining to me, Mom. There's no ketchup.
I mean, I'm sorry. You try the best you can. But look, I mean, would you need ketchup if you had the special sauce? So here's what also I did with my special sauce, is I wanted to make it just a little spicy. So I have this chili paste here. And actually, it wound up being really nice because it gave it a little bit of a kick, you know, not too much.
Mom, are we going to worry about like cooking these medium rare like we would cook beef burgers, or is there a difference?
No way. Poultry needs to be completely cooked through. There's no rare with poultry.
So it's like done.
You need to cook it until it's done, till it's about 160, 165 degrees if you were to put an instant read thermometer in there. But trust me, we'll know.
Okay.
You know, we're just going to give it like 5 minutes on a side. We'll turn it, and we need to make sure it's cooked all the way through. Now, I promised earlier on, if you were listening, a special ingredient in my special sauce. Well, I suppose you could say the chili's a special ingredient. But guess what else? Pickle juice. Yeah, I figured that out when finally my friend, who had a little bit of knowledge in her head, taught me about pickle juice in special sauce. I finally realized that's the missing ingredient. Actually, I should call it secret sauce and shouldn't call it special sauce. All right, so mustard's going.
Can I flip one of these?
You want to flip one?
Let's just see what the other side looks like on one of these guys.
Careful. Oh, that looks beautiful. Right? It looks like a delicious burger that you want to dig your teeth into. You know, a friend of mine once said that turkey burgers shouldn't even be called a burger.
No, I know.
This should be called a burger.
Yeah.
It looks like a burger, tastes like a burger. We're going to cook this about 8 or 10 minutes. Our turkey burgers are almost done. Aren't they, Calder?
Yeah, I'd say like 30 seconds out.
Okay, and you made a really good point about turkey burgers.
Well, yeah, it's interesting. When you cook a regular burger, they like shrink so much, like at least by 30%. And a turkey burger, they're like almost the same size as when we first put them on. I mean, they shrink a little bit, but not nearly as much as a regular burger.
And of course, that's because there's not as much fat naturally as there is in a beef burger, which is a good thing. But fat brings flavor. So in our turkey burgers, we did a few things to bring in some flavor. So you're putting cheese on all of them?
Cheese on all of them.
All right. And I have a little thing about my buns. I like them warm. I like them slightly toasted. So I'm putting a little bit of butter on the buns. And I'm going to bring it over here and put it on as soon as you're ready to take that off.
I guess I'm ready, but cheese hasn't quite melted.
Well, why don't you leave one on then?
Okay.
And then you can have a real melty one, and you can have one that's just kind of plain. So these, I'll just make maybe 3 buns right now. Well, Calder, I think, you know, this is a very good menu in the sense that at home, you know, we're just making 5 burgers here for us. But thinking that this scaled up to a party for 100 people and everybody was so satisfied and happy is another reason why I think that you should really think about trying this if you're looking for a theme or an idea for a party. All right, I'm going to just throw these on right here. So I'm going to see how these are doing. Oh, yeah, these are great. Oh, look, could you give me one, please?
Oh, sure. Would you like me to make yours?
Either one of these is fine.
Okay.
I'm going to leave your other one on here to really melt.
So and special sauce for you, Mom, right?
Of course. Are you kidding? I didn't make special sauce for nothing.
Mom, can you bring me over 2 buns, please?
2 buns.
Yes.
Okay, here's one for you. You mean on your plate? Oh, you're going to have 2 burgers?
Yes.
Okay. All right. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to turn this burner off, only because it's just melting cheese at this point. So when you're making burgers, whether it's a veggie burger, it's a turkey burger, it's a regular burger, it doesn't matter what kind of burger it is, it's all about the fixins. And I'm going to put a little bit of mustard on mine, too. A little bit of our mustard onions. And that's the other thing. You combine the mustard and the onions in one condiment, and that's all you have.
So I'm going to be annoying and put special sauce on one.
Yeah.
And then guess what I'm going to put on the other?
Ketchup?
Yep.